What's up, everybody? Welcome to the podcast now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about an XCOM-style Marvel game that seemingly has been leaked and seemingly will be announced next week. Now, funny story, I wasn't planning on making this video. I actually told my friend, and you guys may know him as well, obviously, Evan Falarka. I told him, I said, hey, did you see this this rumor? It's out there. Maybe you want to cover it if you want to. But I found a slot to stick it in. I deleted some other stuff, moved some stuff around. I want to talk about it too. And I haven't watched his video. I don't even know if it's up or whatever, so I don't want people thinking somebody stole it or anything like that. Obviously, these are my own thoughts. I don't steal. They've always been my own thoughts, okay? But I think it's a really, I told this to Evan too, very cool thing, very cool idea, and I'm all for it. I am absolutely all for this idea if it turns out to be true, and honestly, it definitely seems like it is. So, I'll break down kind of where it came from, where we're at now, when it would be announced, all that stuff. We'll do that in just a second. Make sure, as always, if you guys haven't already, you guys are subscribed, bell icon turn on, all that good stuff. Leave a like. Obviously, if this does get announced at E3, I'll be sure to cover it. Okay, there'll definitely be a video of some kind at some point, right? And final thing, if you guys want to support us through Patreon or YouTube memberships, we have both of them open. They're the exact same thing, just in two different spots. Patreon, links in the description, join button, obviously right next to the subscribe button. We have different tiers. We have exclusive perks. You do actually get stuff by giving us money. You don't just give it to us just to give it to us, and we'd love to have you, okay? I'd be obviously very, very grateful to you guys if you want to check it out. Again, links in the description, and then if you click the join button, you'd see all the info there as well, okay? So, basically, this started, I believe, like a month or two ago. A random user, I think just somebody literally random on Reddit, or maybe it was 4chan and then Reddit took it, but they posted a series of games, and two of them stood out pretty heavily. In that, one is a Borderlands spin-off game, okay, and the other is a XCOM made from the maker. It's not like it's a 5-person team that wants to copy XCOM, right? It's literally the makers of the XCOM games, and they're making a Marvel style game. Okay, and they had like a small amount of description, but that was pretty much it. Like, there wasn't too much to go off of. There was more for Borderlands than this Marvel game. There was next to nothing for that. But basically, it really kind of went under the radar for quite a while, and somebody found it and I think sent it. Now, Jason Schreier, the little crybaby, he blocked me, so I can't see his actual tweet, but they sent it to him, and then he basically confirmed that, like, yes, those. Now, there was a couple other things in that original leak. He confirmed those two. He confirmed Borderlands and the Avengers game, and now, or a Marvel game, right? I don't want to say necessarily Avengers because we don't know for sure. Now, ever since then, that was yesterday, ever since then, obviously, there's been articles and all this stuff being posted, and that these two games would be the headliners of 2K's show at E3. Now, technically, 2K doesn't have a show, which goes to tell you how poorly planned and unorganized E3 is. Technically, Take-Two is going to have a show. I believe Take-Two's show is on Monday. There's really, at least at the time I'm recording this, next to no details about that because, again, unorganized and stupid. But I believe it's on Monday, and 2K is owned by them, right? They're kind of right underneath them. So that would be... So I guess to clarify, long story, even longer, you would probably see this on Monday, June 14th, okay, for anybody that wants to mark their calendar. And again, I guess the rumor mill that's spinning and the articles that are being written is that these two games would kind of headline that. Does that mean they can't show BioShock? No, BioShock is part of that whole ecosystem. Obviously, GTA, if there's any people that still want to hold out hope for GTA 6, I don't think that'll be there. I think GTA 5 will be there, okay, the remaster kind of thing. So, honestly, I think they can have a pretty big show, but all that stuff would be Monday. But again, it seems like the Borderlands game and this Avengers game, or I keep saying that, Marvel game, would be kind of the headliners for that event, okay? Or I guess specifically for 2K. Although, 2K also has the developers who did Mafia that's working on something kind of new that we don't really know about. Again, BioShock is technically under that as well. So there's obviously quite a bit. Rockstar, right? Rockstar is kind of separate, all that good stuff. Now, that's kind of the generic blanket stuff, right? In terms of how I feel about this, yes. Yeah, I mean, that's it. You asked me, Alex, how do you feel about this game? Yes is the answer you get. No, because I love the idea. Like, as soon as I saw this, I was like, you know what? I'm fully in. And again, I told Evan, I was like, this is such a good idea, in my opinion. Now, could it be bad? Of course it could be bad. But, I mean, now, I haven't played them all that much, I gotta be honest with you. But I loved the two XCOM games, the last, because obviously there's been many more than just these last two, but these were guess the rebooted, newer, fresher versions. These were the ones that I jumped into. And while no, I did not play them very long at all, I respect the heck out of these games a lot. I respect the systems. I respect how it's made. I respect the love and detail and just how much thought they put into it. And they're very well received. I mean, you're listening right now to somebody who respects it kind of from afar, and when they've played it only a little, but has also really loved it. But obviously, there are people that devote their entire lives to these games, and they are absolutely in love with them too, okay? So that's the thing I think that's important too, right, is that, like I said, I guess laughingly or jokingly in the beginning, it's not like they found a group of homeless people on the side of the road and said, hey, you want to make an XCOM ripoff of, ripoff of XCOM for Marvel? And they're like, sure, let's get to it. It's not like that. It's literally, if this is true, it's the makers of these XCOM games that have been given, they worked out a deal, however that worked, however that went down, and they're working on this Marvel game. So, I mean, in my head, all I can see, sadly, is the Avengers, but I see the Avengers literally top down in this tactical, game. Like, I literally see a specific level in XCOM 2, and I'm just picturing the Avengers in their place. And I love it. I love that idea. Think about what you could do with boss fights. Think about what you could do with enemies. Think about what you could do with characters. I mean, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, you'd have, like, ranged, even, like, Black Widow with, like, guns, Tony Stark, but then you'd have, like, physical attacks, the weapons, the gadgets, the gear. Honestly, it is incredible. And that, by the way, is only the gameplay. Like, when you're actually in the game, like, maneuvering them around. But remember, you make these... now, okay, in Marvel, it may be different, whatever the Marvel thing is. But in XCOM, you make characters, you name them, you learn to love them, you give them upgrades, you're building, like, a settlement, like, an entire livable, or, like, living ecosystem. And that is kind of what just powers the entire thing. And then you take them into the field to do missions, right? Imagine, I mean, literally, if you just did that as a skin for Avengers or for Marvel, if it doesn't have to even be the Avengers, would be insane. It'd be absolutely insane. And so, yeah, I mean, just from a basic premise of, like, would I be okay with this? 100%. And I told Evan this, and I'll tell you guys this. I would, like, immediately, even though we know next to nothing about this game, and we know next to nothing about the Guardians of the Galaxy game, I am 100 times more interested in this game versus Guardians, because Guardians is literally going to be Avengers again, and it's probably not going to be all that good, okay? Whereas this game, sure, is it for everybody? No, absolutely not. And I understand that maybe it's not your game. When you hear this, you'd be like, really? They're doing that? I actually understand that. While I don't agree, because I actually do kind of like it, and I would like, and I look at it, I'm not saying you don't look at it from a bigger point of view if you are that person, but I look at it as, you know what, at least they're trying, like, although Avengers is a very love-hate thing for me, at least they're trying, right? They're doing live service with Avengers, probably Guardians of the Galaxy, Spider-Man, obviously, for Insomniac. They're doing this. They're probably doing other things. I know there were rumors and leaks that there's going to be other kinds of games as well. Like, at least they're trying, and they're not... they didn't do the stupid decision that Disney, even though technically Marvel, Disney, that Disney did with EA, where it's like, okay, you're locked in for like 10 years. We can't do anything about it. It's all yours. Nobody else can do it. We can't pull it off, or we can't like take you away from it. None of that. No, I mean, these are small time things where it's like, if they don't like Square Enix, if they don't like how Square Enix has done Avengers, or, obviously they're giving them a second chance with Guardians, but after that, if they want to say, hey, we're done, they can do that. They can go wherever they want. They can make whatever kind of game that they want with whatever developer or publisher they want. And I think while Avengers obviously was a failure in some regards, at least they're trying to do different things. So yeah, this XCOM style game definitely isn't for everybody. In fact, flat out honest, it may not even be for me. I mean, I could respect it. I could play it for like 5-10 hours, say, you know what, I love this, but it's literally not my kind of game, so I'm not gonna finish it. That could happen. But you know what? At least, but like, honestly, I don't even think that's a big deal, because I think that there is a group of people that obviously will love it, and at least they're trying different things. Now, if it was like a mobile game and it's like pay to win kind of stuff, obviously there's issues there. But if we're talking about a AAA, it comes to consoles, it comes to PC, all that stuff, it's an XCOM game, that's Marvel. I mean, come on. I think that's a really good idea. I loved it. Maybe you can tell from my voice, I'm sincerely excited for this, okay? I don't even know if that's the right phrase to use, but I really am excited. So let me know, guys, in the comments below, What do you think? Do you believe it? I guess that's the first thing, because if it's not real, I guess I'm getting myself excited for nothing. Do you believe it? Do you think it'll be shown at E3? Let me know. As always, make sure you guys are subscribed. Again, bell icon. If this is announced, I mean, as you can tell from my voice and my excitement level, I will do my best to obviously cover it, okay? So again, that bell icon is very important. If you guys, again, want to join us on Patreon or YouTube memberships, would love to have you guys. Links in the description. Obviously, the join button is right there next to subscribe. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you all on the next video.